Immanuel Kant, the philosopher who taught us how to think for ourselves. What if everything you experience, every sound, every color, every emotion, is not reality itself, but only how your mind sees it? What if being truly moral means doing the right thing, even when it costs you everything? This is the story of a man who never left his hometown, lived the same routine every single day, and yet revolutionized the way we understand truth, morality, and freedom. This is the story of Immanuel Kant, the quiet rebel who changed the world by asking the hardest questions of all. Part 1. Königsberg, Prussia. The year is 1724. Immanuel Kant is born into a modest family. His father was a harness maker. His mother, a deeply religious woman, taught him the value of inner strength and honesty. They didn't have much, but they gave young Kant something powerful: the love of thinking. From a young age, Kant was curious, quiet, and deeply disciplined. But no one could have guessed that this small, shy boy would one day become one of the greatest thinkers in history. As an adult, Kant becomes known for something very strange: his perfect routine. He woke up at 5 a.m., drank tea, read and wrote for hours, gave lectures, ate at exactly 12:30 p.m., took the same walk every day at 3:30 p.m., and went to bed at 10 p.m., without fail. People in Königsberg used to joke that they could set their clocks by Kant's walk. But inside this simple rhythm, something extraordinary was happening. Kant wasn't just living a disciplined life. He was building a system of thought so powerful, it would shape science, religion, politics, and modern psychology. Part 2. What is reality? Kant's most famous work is called The Critique of Pure Reason. But don't let the title scare you. The idea behind it is actually very simple. We don't see reality as it truly is. We only see how our mind shapes it. Let me explain. When you see a tree, the green leaves, the tall trunk, the sound of wind through branches, you think you're seeing the tree as it really is. But Kant says, no, you're not. You're seeing the tree as your brain processes it. The color green, the idea of shape, space, and time, these things exist in your mind, not in the tree itself. So what's out there, the real thing, the world as it is something we can never fully know. He called this the noumenon, the thing in itself. And we live in the world of phenomena, the version our brain creates. In simple words, reality is filtered through your mind. You're not seeing the world, you're seeing your version of it. This was shocking. Before Kant, most people believed we could know truth just by looking at the world or by using pure reason. Kant said, nope. Your mind has its own rules, and that changes everything. This idea led directly to modern psychology, neuroscience, and even Einstein's theory of relativity. Kant made us question how we know anything at all. Part 3. What is the right thing to do? But Kant didn't stop there. He also asked, how should we live? What makes an action truly good? His answer was simple and radical. He called it the Categorical Imperative. It goes like this: act only according to the rule that you would want everyone else to follow too. It's like the golden rule, but deeper. Let's say you're tempted to lie to get out of trouble. Kant would ask, what if everyone lied when it was useful? Could society work that way? Would truth have any meaning? If the answer is no, then your action is not moral. Period. For Kant, morality is not about feelings, not about consequences, not even about religion. It's about doing what's universally right, even when it's hard. Imagine this. You find a lost wallet full of cash. No one saw you. You could keep it. But Kant would say, return it. Not because you'll be rewarded. Not because you'll feel good. But because it's the right thing to do. That's real morality. Part 4. What does it mean to be free? Kant also gave us a surprising definition of freedom. Most people think freedom means doing whatever you want, but Kant said, true freedom means following your highest principles, not your desires. Let that sink in. If you just follow pleasure, impulse, or habit, you're not really free. You're a slave to your feelings. But if you stop, think, and choose to act based on universal moral law, then you're free. Being free means being the author of your actions. This idea became the foundation of modern human rights and democracy. The belief that people are rational, moral beings, capable of self-rule and responsibility. Part 5. His impact on the world. Kant died in 1804, in the same town where he was born. He never traveled, never married, never broke his routine, but his ideas traveled the world. He inspired Einstein, who said Kant's ideas helped shape relativity. He influenced modern ethics, law, politics, and even artificial intelligence. He gave birth to existentialism, German idealism, and shaped the entire Enlightenment movement. His message? That we must use our own reason, that we must think for ourselves, that we must act morally, not because of fear or reward, but because it's right. Part 6. Why Kant still matters today, in a world full of noise, fake news, and moral confusion. Kant's voice still whispers, have the courage to use your own understanding. Sapere aude, dare to know. He reminds us that truth isn't just out there, it's shaped by how we think. Morality isn't about feeling good, it's about doing good. Freedom isn't doing whatever you want, it's doing what's right, even when it's hard. So next time you're faced with a tough choice, or wondering what's real, or feeling lost in the chaos of the world, remember the quiet man from Königsberg, who walked the same path every day, but whose mind wandered through the infinite. Remember Kant, because sometimes the greatest revolution happens in silence.